Hey everybody, how are you? It is Madai Lopez Brown, and I am your lifestyle CBD advisor, where I help individuals maximize their potential with their gifts that are locked up inside of them to teach them how to take control of their life now and help them create kick-ass blueprints with my badass secret sauce. So welcome to the live. Good morning. I know you're probably like, oh my God, Medaya's not doing a midday live. She's up and early and perky. Yes, I am. And I'm just so very excited because I got my CBD coffee here in my amazing favorite cup. And I'm super excited to share with you this morning um, our series, which is Never Give Up. And today we are actually going to be continuing our talk with creating an attitude. That's right. Creating a great attitude. You know, the power of attitude. No matter what happens in your life, you have to understand that it is a choice. That's right. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of joe or maybe, some tea. Take some notes because this is going to be absolutely amazing life. So, welcome, Periscope family. Oh my goodness. This is the first time that I'm actually going on two platforms. So welcome, Periscope. Welcome, Facebook. Um, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. That's right. Just go to Madai Lopez and you will see a beautiful banner that says Pathway to Prosper Academy. It's a pathway with a beautiful bridge, and that's my cover photo. Please subscribe. You will see every series that I have done. That's right. And I also made some of my music available to my constituents because you may want to know what I listen to, right? You may want to know what gets me going in order to have a power of gratitude, right? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be sharing, which you should be doing as well. Sharing is caring. Don't leave all this great information for yourself, right? So I'm actually going to go to my page and I am actually going to share it out openly because I don't want to keep all this goodness to my business family. I want to actually share it out to the community. There I am. So, how many out there right now with what is going on in the outside pandemic? What is going on in your demographic, right? Your home is your demographic. Why? Because you can't go outside the way you used to, right? So I want to know what you are doing in your home. I want to know what you're doing. Are you creating an atmosphere that's going to give you the power of attitude? That's right. You have to understand with the power of attitude, things can change. Things can be magnetized to you. Okay. You have to understand that the universe is grand and the universe is so humongous, and it wants to open up the window of blessings over you. That's right. Monetary, okay? Health, well, I said wealth, right? So health, wealth with mind, body, and soul. How many out there want to get that type of attitude in their life. If this is you, and I'm speaking to the right audience, I want you to type number one. Why? Because it's so prudent. It's so important, okay, that I know that I'm working with the right environment, because I don't want to sow my seeds on rocky ground. I want to sow my seeds on fresh, living, great soil. I want to plant them seeds inside you, and I want to give you my secret sauce to being a badass, which is being blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success. Now, why do you need this in your life? That's right, New Yorkers, we pop our heads. Why do you need this in your life? Because negativity can't get you anywhere in life. Having the gratitude of being positive, optimistic, okay, is going to get you to where you need to be with wealth, with health, with a better mind, with a better body, okay, with spiritually, okay, your soul, right? And the reason why I say this is because with the power of attitude, it opens up gratitude. That's right. When you're able to have a powerful, positive attitude, then you can be grateful. You won't be lacking in this area. Okay. You'll be able to be thankful for a parking spot, for a cup of coffee. Look how simple a cup of coffee. Oh, cup of coffee, which is so good. And this is one of the products that that I'll be sharing with you a little bit later in this broadcast. So let's get started. So it's been proven time and time and time and time again that people with a positive outlook are happier and more successful. You have to understand, it's just like how Jim Rohn says, Steve Jobs says, Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, and so many more, Eric War, okay, all these gurus that have come before us, right? They have made it evident in their lives that they have studied faith, they practice it and study it, okay? And that's in my first series, and you can find that on YouTube, okay? So with the beginning of my series, this is what I began to talk about, okay? Then what happens is that they open up an atmosphere. It's a secret. They open up an atmosphere that's going to be able to do a boomerang effect. Now, the boomerang effect, this is my little wit, okay? I figured out that when you begin to learn your vibration, when you begin to learn your channel, okay, your channel to open up the health, the wealth, the creativity, okay, we can open up these hidden gifts and talents inside of us, and we can use it for our good, okay, and even for the betterment of blessing somebody else, right? When we're able to bless somebody else, do you know that it turns around and it comes back to you? That's right. With family, friends, associates, co-workers, strangers, whoever. Let me tell you something. God has been so good within the last, well, let me say with this whole pandemic. I have not been begging for bread. Okay? Yeah, my business has been a little bit slow, but whose business hasn't been slow? Okay? Especially with the pandemic going on, right? Makes sense. But where I was lacking in one area, the universe gave it to me in another area, right? And gave out an overflow, which guess what? I was blessed. And I'm not saying it to boast, but I'm saying it because I know that I'm free. Today's Freedom Friday over here at Pathway to Prosper Academy. Okay. So because I am financially free, okay, and I'm speaking it into existence, okay, that's what you need to do. You need to speak it into existence. You have to faith it, okay? You have to practice it. You have to study it. You have to connect yourselves with those that are applying it to your life. Ask them if they can, if they can become a mentor in your life. That's right. When you begin to apply these things, you become more happier. You'll have the joy. You'll have a harmonious family. You will have harmonious attitude. You will have harmonious life. You will have harmonious associates, friends. Your family will love you. Okay, they'll see this. They'll see the glow. They'll see the shine. They'll be like, "Oh, so and so. Well, what's going on?" If I'm speaking to the right audience, if this is what you want for your life, type number 2, please. I love to engage. I love to engage with my audience. That's right, Facebook family. That's right, Periscope family. Give me some hearts, Periscope family, because I want to know that I am speaking to the right constituents. I want to know that I'm in the house today. Okay. So you want to be more successful. How can you be more successful? Well, let's back up. My last series, right? A great I spoke about 2 topics, right? And I spoke about the red light, right? At a red light, what happens? You have to stop, right? Because if you don't stop and you coast through the red light, I've done it. Don't laugh. God is working on me because for some reason that yellow light wants to switch real quick. Okay. But let me tell you, thank God that nobody's coming at me. Okay. Because that would be a nasty little thing right there. Right. So you have to stop. And when I thought about this, right, when I really thought about this 3 or 4 years ago, right, I was like, well, STOP is an acronym, right? You want to be happier, right? You want to be more successful. You want to have a greater career. You want satisfaction, right? You want a better self-image, right? And it's not about losing the weight, right? But it's about spiritually taking that weight off your shoulders. Take the weight off your shoulders. Take it, whatever is going on and bubbling inside you, throw it away. Right? So how do you do it? So this is my acronym for spiritually dumping. For a spiritual dump. That's right. You have to stop. Okay, so what's the acronym to stop? You have to search yourself. Everyone has to search their self. You have to search yourself so good to make sure that there's no roots inside of you that are harboring jealousy, sadness, depression, anxiety. And that's what people are going through right now with this pandemic. Why? Because they can't go out and they can't hide themselves with what they used to do. Now they are exposed. I've been there. I've done that. Okay. I had to see myself in the mirror in 2018. I had to really sit myself down from people, places, and things. Okay. I had to sit myself down and I had to say to myself, Madai, you need to see yourself in the mirror for who you are. Take the mask off. Okay. Take off the facade, the mirage, because where God needs to take you, you cannot fake it till you make it. You're going to have to faith it. How many are in a faith making experience? I still am, but it's not as bad as 2018. Right? So you have to search yourself, right? Then you go to the T, right? Remember, I said dump. This is called spiritual dumping. Okay? Dump. Throw out. What are you throwing out? What are you getting out? What are you purging out of yourself? You have to understand that in order to create a better self-image, I'm telling you, God dealt with me first. It came to the hearer first before I can come out to give it to you. So I am not exempt. I be transparent all day long. I will tell on myself all day long. You will not charge me with saying, oh, Madai is fake. I'm as real as they come. You have to understand that you have to change one thing that which is going to that is going to put you in a place of being abundant. Having life and have it more abundantly. You want that? You really want that? Do this exercise. Because I guarantee you that if you do this exercise, you will absolutely have authority over your attitude. You'll have authority over your attitude. So now, it's simple, right? You want to have a career, right? Or you may want to be like, you know what? All these jobs, they're not promised. I worked this 80-hour a week. I gave them my soul, my life. I gave them everything. And now I'm done. They gave me my ticket. They emailed me. They didn't even tell me, no, you can stay home. They probably mailed you. They probably emailed you. Or maybe before you came in, they gave you a cup of coffee and was like, you know what? This is your last day, hon. You can stay till 12. And now you got to figure out. Now you got to figure out what you're going to do. Now you got to think about that plan B. Now you start thinking, oh my God, Madai spoke about this 2 years ago. Or so-and-so's been speaking about this. People that have been in your pathway, that have been telling you time and time and time again that your job is not promised. Life is not promised to you. The next day is not promised to you. But I guarantee you that if you just stop, if you do this red light, if you just stop, you will get the incredible power to shape your life. That's right. So now you're throwing out. Now you're dumping, right? Now you're thinking about those things, right? The other things. What other things? What your coworker said, or what your boss said, or what your family member said, right? Years ago. It doesn't have to be today. I'm talking about 20 years ago. When I tell you there are people right now that are suffering over a statement that was said when they were 7 years old, something that was done when they was 4 years old, something that was said maybe 3 years ago. Now you're thinking of all these other things. It's time to cut. It's time to cut those soul ties. It's time to prune your tree. That's right. It's time to get the negative thinking. I call it the stinking thinking, right? You need to see the negativity for what it is. You need to call it out. You need to cut it out of your life, right? So that you can become successful, so that you could be that badass. You could be blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success by secret sauce, okay? And you'll be able to develop the positive habits and knock out the negative habits in your life. Let me tell you something, it's not easy. Why? Because it took you all these years to come into a negative habit. To come into this negative habits. But let me tell you, if you start today, if you start with doing this thing right here, I'm telling you, you will become open and you'll be able to purge. Now, when you purge, you need to pour back into yourself, right? You need to speak affirmations to yourself I am beautifully and fearfully and wonderfully made. I am a conqueror over every negative thing that was said, every negative thing that was done, and every negative thing that I have done. I can conquer this. I am more than a conqueror in Christ Jesus. Okay. I could do all things in Christ who strengthens me. Okay. These are acronyms. Or even if you're in that depression or in that anxiety, you could say, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for God's rod and staff shall comfort me all the days of my life. If you're not into the scriptural, you can find positive affirmations on YouTube for hours, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. There's one for 8 hours so that you can put it on and sleep with it on. Let me tell you something. When you begin to purge and start speaking back into your body so that it can perform correctly, perform the way God wanted it to perform, I can guarantee you that you will start seeing things change in your life. That's right. It's not going to be a surprise. It's not going to be a surprise. So now, right now, you're thinking of these other things. Now you start cutting, right? Now you start cutting the pain. Those soul ties, the pain of 7, the pain of 4 years old, 7 years old, 16 years old, 33 years old, 42 years old, 55, 65. I'm telling you, there's 65-year-old women out here that are still harboring issues from when they were 4 years old. And then you wonder why people are so bitter or so angry or they're sick in their bodies and they're always on the prayer line. Always on the prayer line, asking God to deliver them. It's time for you to go to God. It's time for you to put the action in. Faith without works is dead. You got to work this thing out. You have to work these things out. If you don't work it, you're going to be another 4 or 5 years in the wilderness. I'm talking truth today. And I know I'm 2.16 minutes over. And I apologize, but I got to get this out. Right? So now you're purging people. You're purging authorities. Right? What are the authorities? Your boss, whoever else that has the hat of authority. Okay? You're purging individuals. You're purging negativity. Okay? Why? So that you can clean yourself out. Right? So let me tell you something. When you begin to start purging yourself, you're going to start noticing it may get a little bit worse before it gets a little bit better, right? Because what happens when you clean a closet? When you clean the closet, everything, it looks like the room just threw up, right? Now you got to go through sizes. Oh, this is too big. Oh, this is too small. I'm putting this in this bag. And then you organize your closet and everything like that. And guess what? Everything is all cleaned up. Everything is great, right? Positive thinkers always see possibilities. You have to choose to pursue them. Faith, practice. Now we are practicing, right? It's your choice. Choose ye this day whom you're going to serve, right? Choose ye this day what you're going to do. What you're going to do about it. It's not by accident or coincidence that you stumbled on this live, right? This live, if you've stumbled on this live and this is your first time, please say hi, my first time, so that I can welcome you to this live because I love doing that. Show me where you're from, right? I may send you a gift. You never know, right? So now you may start going back and forth, right? Now it's a tussle. It's like a tug of war, right? Because now you're trying to be optimistic and the pessimism, right? The pessimistic lifestyle is trying to pull you back in. It's trying to pull you back in, right? But you got to fight. You got to fight. You're a winner. You're a champion. Each champion has to train. So now you have to train your brain to come away from those things. So you may have to do the red light very often. You may have to do it 13 times a day, 15 times a day, 30 times a day. 13 times before work, 13 times before coming home. Because we got an 8-hour day. And this is good for kids too. This is great for kids to begin to train them so that when they become adults, they know how to pull things down. They know how to pull these strongholds down, right? They know how to use the boomerang effect, right? You want to speak those things as though they are. You want to, you want empowerment, right? If you want empowerment, then you have to start speaking empowerment affirmations into the atmosphere so that it can rain down on you. Okay? So you have to understand, you choose to pursue them. You choose to have the hope. You choose to encounter more opportunities of being positive. It's your choice. You begin to think. Have you ever heard that saying, you are what you eat, you are what you think? That's right. You are what you think. And you know what? I think I'm going to write that down. Oh, I hear a book coming on. Hey, you are what you think. Look out for that on Amazon. Oh, yes. And if you want some self-help books, I'm also on Amazon. Just put Medai Lopez Brown. I've actually changed the prices. So you're going to like those. So you have to understand that you want to have more energy, do the red light. You want to encounter more opportunity, do the red light. Right? You have to understand that if you want life and if you want to have life and have it more abundantly, then this is what you need to do. There's nothing new age about it. Okay? It's not a form of worshiping another god. Okay? Let me tell you something. If you are, and this is no pun, and this is nothing to hurt anybody, but sometimes people can be so religious that they're sedated. And you don't want to be so religious that you're no earthly good, right? And that you have a sedated type of thinking, because then you get stuck in a box. See, God is not one to be in a box. God is one that performs on a level that is so ridiculous and so I can't even explain it. Just like in the scripture, it says, Genesis 18:14, is anything too hard for God? No, it's not. Let me tell you something. If you're a person that has an infirmity, right, or has a boo-boo in life, right, because I like to stay, I don't want to promise anybody anything by saying a certain infirmity or a certain condition, because then when it doesn't happen, then they look to me and be like, Medai, this is what you said. No. I know, because I've seen God work in my life time and time and time and time and time again. And let me tell you something. I've gone through the fire. I've gone through the valley of the shadow of death. I'm telling you, I've gone through certain things in life, and it's only to be a testimony, and it's only to be a beacon of light, and to be salt to the earth, okay? So you have to understand, even like on my wall, I have an affirmation wall. This is what I'm looking at right now. You are a champion and you are the best and you will win. You can be who you want to be. I could be whoever I want to be. Remember when you were little and you played imagination? What were you, a doctor? A scientist? I was a store owner. Look at this. Kindergarten, I was always the manager. I had people working for me. That's right. I had people working for me in pre-K. I was I was the one that built the house. I'm the one that built the horse. I was a builder. I was a one that had an imagination. I was creative. Okay. From a very little girl. Okay. And the enemy saw this and he tried, but guess what? I'm 42. I'm so glad that I have found myself. And let me tell you something, it's gonna take another formulated years to really get to where I want to get. But guess what? It doesn't matter how old you are. Get it now. Get it now. Get it now while the iron is hot, right? You're in the house. Go to Hobby Lobby. If you feel like making jewelry, make your jewelry. Start your own network marketing company, honey. Teach other people. I'm telling you, I have a third party that I deal with. I deal with network marketing. I've been a network marketer now for 10 plus years. Yeah, I've had some, bumps in the road, and I had some, what do you call it? Bump its, and, some things weren't for me, but I still tried it, right? But I still learned something from my upline, which I absolutely love, and we're still friends to this day. And I congratulate them on their successes, right? Because they were the ones who poured into me and saw something in me. But look where God has put me, exactly where I'm at. You see, that's how you practice your faith. That's how you put it in practice, and that's how you keep studying it. Why? Because you can say cheers. You can say cheers to the next one. You can celebrate the next one, right? So you have to understand that the lessons and the series that I'm going to begin to share with you, right, is going to help you activate the power of attitude. It's going to take you to a place where you're going to be able to cancel fear. You're going to cancel failure. You're going to cancel unhappiness. You're going to have a greater impact in life. You're going to be an influencer. You're going to be a motivator, not just to others, but to yourself. Can you motivate yourself in a downtime? Let me tell you something. We all have hiccups in life, and we all have potholes, and we all have pit life experiences, okay? And 3 weeks ago, no, it's been more than that, maybe a month and a half ago, I went through a small pit, right? And I had to call on somebody, right? Because with the pandemic, I didn't have my gummies, right? My CBD. And I was really feeling some type of way, right? And I was like, oh my God, this pandemic is real. I'm stuck behind the walls, right? And this is driving me crazy, 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 right? And I had to come to a place where I needed to cry out for help. And I had somebody that felt it, called me, and spoke back life into me. And that's what I'm here to do for you today. That's right. I'm not hiding behind a mask. I'm not hiding behind that I'm perfect. I'm still under construction. God is still dealing with me yet, right? But I tell you this, the exercises that he gives me in life, I'm sure enough writing them down and I'm applying it, and I'm helping myself. I'm helping myself. Why? Because if I can't help myself, then I can't help anyone else. And that's my mantra, hope. I want to give hope to people. I want to help other people everywhere. That's right. That is right. So now, once you begin you begin to operate in the secret, right? And if you haven't got Rhonda Byrne's DVD, it's on Netflix, by the way. Okay? Watch The Secret. Take notes. I don't know what happened to that. I had a little book and I took all these notes and I was like, yes, it disappeared. I don't know what happened. It was like the universe maybe just sucked it up. It was like, now that you wrote down the notes, you have it in you. Now you apply it. It's like I couldn't keep it. I was so upset because it was really good stuff, right? But in anywho, right, it helped leverage the power that was locked up inside of me, right? And then I connected with other people that were like me, and they helped me. They helped cultivate me, right? They helped cultivate me. And I love them till this day. I really, really, really do. Right? But sometimes we have to take our path and we have to go on. Your seasons, right? People have seasons. So you have to understand that the power of a positive attitude can transform your life. And if you're ready for that transformation, if you're ready for that green, give me a green heart if you're ready, right? I know Periscope, give me some hearts, right? Give me some hearts. If you're ready for that green, if you're ready for the green light, you're ready to go, right? You're ready to take yourself to the place of having the power of a positive attitude, right? Having the satisfaction and better self-image. You want to change your circumstances, right? You want to apply the faith, the practice, and the study, right? Then you need me. So now, where do we go from here, right? You have to understand that with every great lifestyle CBD advisor, you have to understand that with the products that you see on my Pathway to Prosper Academy page, it's going to help you. It's going to help build momentum. It's going to build natural energy, and it's going to help your endocannabinoid system, right? And you're probably going, what the heck is that? Right? And you're probably like, what? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? I just wanted to make you laugh. No, endocannabinoid system. Our body has this in our brain, in our body, right? Even our animals have it. Isn't it funny the way God creates things? And the CBD is not marijuana. It can't get you high. The only thing it can do is it can transform your body, right? And give you those extra benefits of being satisfied in your mind, your body, and your soul, right? So you have to understand that in order to be a positive thinker, you have to have affirmations in your life, right? And affirmations is amazing, amazing, amazing. But why not boost that with our CBD gummy line, right? Or our brain spray that's going to keep you focused on what the things are, how to apply them in your life, and how to get you to a amazing platform that's going to help you become creative, to become optimistic, and to apply the faith and the practice and the study, right? You may need a boost of energy, right? Come on, this pandemic has been putting people to sleep at the wrong time. Been there. If you see my posts, if you're not friends with me, please find me on Facebook and friend me. Inbox me, tell me I saw you on Periscope so that I can approve your request, because if I don't know you, I'm not going to approve you, but you can follow me. You have to understand that with the, with the boost spray, right? It gives you your B vitamins. It gives you natural energy. Not that energy from a Red Bull that's actually going to hurt your system, hurt your heart, right? And hurt your brain. Too much caffeine is not good for you, right? So you have to understand that. Why not get the boost spray? Or you may be experiencing some things, right? Munching, COVID munching, right? You run into the refrigerator more than you're outside running at the track, okay? Been there. So why not take our fat blaster, right? We have amazing products. We have our essential oils. You may be a person that loves to meditate, or you may be a person that loves, to apply essential oils as aromatic pressure points. People do it. They put a little bit of oil on their wrists, or they may put lavender on their chest to help them sleep better at night, right? If this is you, then send me a request. Send me a request. Follow me, like my page, Pathway to Prosper Academy, because this is where you're going to get the positive affirmations. You're going to get our great information about our CBD products, okay? And what's also amazing, you hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm jacked out of my mind. That's played out. When you come to my store, you're going to be mad dazed. Why? Because you're going to be like, oh my God, she was right. These products do work, right? So remember, you have to have the faith. You have to have the faith to speak those things as though they are, right? Change those negative habits into positive habits. No more pessimistic lifestyle. Optimistic lifestyle is best, right? It helps you with your mind, your body, and your soul, right? And you will have absolute authority over your attitude, and you will be able to bring gratitude in your life. And remember, by bringing attitude, you will know that nothing is too hard for God. So, if you're ready to join a program, right? You may want the weight loss program. You may want one-on-ones. I'm free to do one-on-ones. I'm working from home. Shoot. Right now, I'm drinking coffee in my PJs, right? This is the best life. This is the best life. This is something that I've always wanted to do, right? And if this is something that you want to do, right? Join my team. It's absolutely free, right? Of course, if you want to upgrade and get better better pay, then choose a product, right? Sometimes you have to pour into yourself before other people pour into you, right? So make that offer today. The time frame is always infinity. If you want to come out of that time frame and you want to have abundance, and you want to work from home, you want that, finally, you want that plan B because plan A ain't working, right? Come join the badass. Come join the badass crew so that you can be blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success. So thank you so much, Periscope. Thank you so much, Facebook, for joining me on my live. That's right, where I am the hostess with the mostest. I am your badass mama, Madai Lopez Brown, where I am your lifestyle CBD advisor. And I help individuals maximize their potential so they can unlock the potential that they have inside of them. And I teach them to take control of their life now and help them create a kick-ass blueprint with my badass secret sauce. So tomorrow, same time, same place. And remember, find me on YouTube, find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook, okay? And I'm even on in. That's right. So let's get to this. And also, if you want a self-help book, go to Amazon, just type in Madai Lopez Brown, and you will see all my self-help books. I actually created a novel, right? The Book of Yade. It's a young adult book. And it's about a young girl who is indigenous, and she is in a tribe and she wants more out of life, right? So this book is absolutely amazing. I love it. You'll love it too. Oh, also, I had Pathway to Prosper Academy gear, and let me tell you, I have a Never Give Up series, a mask. Okay, I could create a t-shirt, I could create masks. Please go to Bad Brand Tees. That's right, Bad Brand Tees, where you can get masks, t-shirts. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm applying the power of attitude, right? So that I can get what the universe wants to give me. I'm telling you, I have been so creative in 2020 that, you know what? Okay, yeah, there's been some hiccups in the road. Yeah, there's been some potholes in the road. Yeah, I may have had a one or two pit experiences, but you want to know something? I'm looking at the cup as half full instead of half empty. And so should you. So remember, peace, love, happiness, and namaste to you. And remember that you are loved. The universe loves you. God loves you. I love you. Have an amazing day. Bye, Periscope.